Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Ms. Morrell gives me the okay.
Thumbs up.
Okay. So, commitment and connection. That's what I was asked to talk about. John asked me to speak, and he told me what the theme was. Excuse my cold only, not COVID, I tested. John told me that that was the theme. I thought, well, I could talk about this. It's really easy. Because I feel very connected to this organization, this community, this family that we have. And it started from the day that we walked in the church. And when we walked in that day, it was just, it felt like we were home. And my family and I felt very committed, very connected to everybody here. Everybody was very friendly. There was a bigger congregation at the time, but people came from all corners of the parish hall to come over and say hello to us. It was wonderful. And we never looked back. And that was, Adrian was pregnant with Adam, so was that 17 years ago or so?
Yes.
Yeah, 17 years. I just remember her being very pregnant coming up here and talking about stewardship. And so that was just one example of our connection to this group of people, this wonderful family of parishioners that we have. But then in 2009, I had an illness that I was, pretty sick. And again, the commitment, the connection was very, very tangible. People came and brought us food. They checked in on me. I had breast cancer, so it was amazing to me that all the people that were in this congregation who also had the same experience 20 years prior. So what was really good for me is that I could see 20 years hence, I would be, whatever that word is, I would be okay. And so these women, these strong, amazing, courageous women, embraced me and brought me into their experiences, and it was just, I get chills just thinking about it. So that again, just enforced my connection to this community and our connection, because it really supported my family as well. Because my family was going through it every bit as much, if not more so, than I was. And then, as we experienced the last 3 years, and we kind of fell out of that community or that coming together, it really changed things, I think. And not necessarily for the good, because I feel like even though we had, and thank goodness we have the technology that we do, because had we not had that technology, we really would have fallen apart. But now it's time to come back together. And sometimes it's a challenge, because I know that people are still afraid of what's out there. People are vulnerable. Physically, they're vulnerable in a number of different ways. But if you feel like you can come back together in person, it really is so much better. It's one thing to watch it on Zoom or your computer, even if you put it on your television set. But you don't have that human connection. And it's a lot different. It's a lot different experience coming here and seeing you guys in the 3 dimensions. I love it. I love being able to. Some people you can even hug. That's really nice. But I'm not gonna force a hug on anybody who's uncomfortable. But it's really important to come together as much as we can, because it is not the same as watching it on television or watching it on your phone or whatever. And I know it's easier. You don't have to get dressed. You don't have to comb your hair. But isn't it nice to come out and see your friends and see your family and just be with the people that mean so much to us? I mean, to me, certainly, you people all mean a lot to me. And so, excuse me, being in your presence is a lot more favorable to me than knowing that you're on the other side of a Zoom camera, but that I won't necessarily be able to see you. And then we get to the commitment. And I'm sorry this is taking so long, Merle, but I feel like I have to tell you that there has never been, in my experience here at Calvary, there has never been a better example of commitment than what our Morale and White has put into the last year and a half or so. Actually, it's been longer than that, because it started through COVID, and then all of a sudden she's thrust into the leadership position that she never signed on for. And then, oh, by the way, had on a Family Promise project that was going in directions that we had no anticipation of. So thank you, Morale, for the commitment that you have shown for this parish. But not only Morale, the vestry, because this vestry has had a unique experience beyond any that I'm aware of in the history that I've, the period of time that I've been here. So this vestry and their fearless leader, Morale, I think have done a great job. And so But that leads us to the commitment that we all should, kind of share. And while you don't necessarily have to be a vestry member, and you don't have to lead us through the fire like Morel has, it's really important that you commit some aspect of your life, whether it is your talent, or your treasure, or your time. We all have something that we can give. You may not have a huge, a surplus of cash around. Okay, but give what you can, because it does take money to run this place. You got to keep the lights on, you got to keep the heat on, you got to pay the staff, you got to do all of that stuff. So we do need the commitment, financial commitment, but we also need your time and your talents. Things that we all have some talents that we can use that will support our efforts. Lynn is very good with the outreach. She's constantly finding ways for us to connect with the community. And so, in Morel, as I said, she's a rock star. Excuse me, I need tissue. But that's where it's cold.
We believe you.
But your financial commitment is going to be really important. As we go forward, because we are a small but mighty community, and we really do need everybody to support ourselves. And so, yes, Morel has asked me to not forget to place cards in the pews. Are we mailing them out as well? We're mailing them out. They're in the pews, but you can also go online and commit. So there is absolutely no excuse for not remembering, because there are a number of different ways in which you can make your financial commitment to the church. And I think I've covered everything I'd like to say. And thank you so much for